Hello, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Freaks Originals. And for this very special episode, we'll be featuring the tutorial video on our LEGO custom Albertosaurus from the aisle.
So hello there everyone, and here is another remake that we're actually currently doing. And I actually noticed that the Albertosaurus is something that is needing some love, so I turned my attention to, probably looking into it and seeking what else needs to be done so that doesn't look really, off with how I currently do my customs. So I actually sketched here a sample of what I wanted it to be and how it should look like after it has done, or after we have done the changes to it. So you can see here that we're actually doing several changes to the head. We actually removed also some of the teeth on the Albertosaurus, and we're also doing some dental work on this one. Aside from that, we actually would be needing to replace the entire neck and also replace where the current arms would be. Initially the arms were located high up here on the shoulders, but the shoulders of the most Tyrannosaurus actually would be located here just below the body, or low on the level of the body here. We're also going to remove this part of the custom so that it looks more compact in a sense. We've also added here 2x3 studs on the back, so it would be much bulkier than it is before. And yeah, so that's it. Probably we'll be doing some sculpting now and some adjustments here and there just to complete the figure. Also, we'll be changing this from 3 fingers to just 2 fingers because the Albertosaurus actually has just 2 fingers. Alright, so here we started on with the sculpting, and we did a few changes to the head, of course. As you can see here, the neck was the primary culprit in the first place, so we did a lot on this. We also added some details on the back as well as on the side. We had to cover the initial hole, and yeah, so all we need to do now is repeat that on the other side. So here's Albertosaurus. So far we added in some teeth to this particular carnivore, and all we have to do now is paint this particular bad boy. So let's do that. Alright, so using Bosnia number 68 primer and gray, we actually sprayed it on our figure, and we're gonna wait for it to dry until we create or we apply some colors on figure. Alright, so now that we have our Albertosaurus already primered and dry, we will now be putting in some color to this one. And I was actually browsing through some inspirations, and the Isle Albertosaurus actually is something that caught my eye, and that is exactly what we're going to do here. So first we'll be needing some acrylics over here, of course some water, and different sizes of brushes. We'll be using permanent markers later on when we are already detailing, and of course we have here our trusty hair dryer just to hasten up the process.
And here are the winners for Guess the Species contest. We have 10 lucky picks. Here they are: Bekel Ivan Altus Spinax, Brickosaurus, Marcus Castro, Tremendous Tessa, Eli Joriel Correa, Caleb Zachary, Cezanne Jimenez, Zakai B, the Snoring Allosaurus, Taco Dean Chinchillada. Congratulations everyone, and now
Top
10 winners. Utah Venator,
Top 9,
Anna Schwartz,
Top 8,
Gavin Kilcharicina,
Top 7,
S. Download Gaming,
Top 6,
Paleozilosaurus,
Top 5,
Emil Biscara,
Top 4,
Hayden Stevenson,
Top 3,
Cretaceous Bricks,
Top 2,
Billy Bailey Marshall,
and Top 1.
Colton Todd. Congratulations everyone! And for those of you who'd like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and it'll lead you to the Extinct Bricks homepage. And the homepage, just click on the community link to see all our posts.
Yeah, so let's start painting. So we have here a mixture of browns, greens, whites, a little bit of black, and this is going to be the main coloration of our what do you call this, our dinosaur here. And this will be like a tan color, a light tan color. We also added in a little bit of yellow ochre to this one so that it looks a little bit warmer than it should be. So yeah, so we're just going to paint this on the entire figure. Okay, so for the second colors, we'll be doing a lighter color here, just a much lighter version of what we had earlier, but we added a grayish element to this one. I'm going to paint this on the head, or some parts of it at least, and then of course the underside of the dinosaur, like so. I think the ends of the tail are likewise much lighter as well. So what we're going to do on this picture is the underside of our Albertosaurus. As you can see here, I haven't really painted this yet because it's just going to be a different color anyway. And then later on, we're going to blend this with the rest of the body. A gradient that would actually blend it with the rest of the body. Yep. Alright, so for a little bit of pop of color, we have here a mixture of blue. Actually, this is primary blue with some of the whites that we used earlier. And we're just going to dry brush this lightly on the face of the Albertosaurus. Not to overdo it because there's not a lot of, you know, blue in the figure. So just a little tiny bit of it is needed, like so. And now for the darker colors, we have here the same mixture that we had on here earlier, but we added some black to it, so it becomes this rich dark chocolate. It's not chocolate, mocha chocolate color. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. So we're going to paint this on the legs of our figure, and also this will be the same colors that will be painted on the arms. Being careful not to paint over some of the existing colors over here. We will be doing much lighter color on this one as we go up, so it becomes somewhat a gradient to the legs of our Albertosaurus. So we're going to save some of these colors as well, because once it darkens up and I think it would be the right color for the face, then this would be the same colors that we will be using for that same detailing part. Now, using this tiny bit, you know, what do you call this? Lighter colors, this darker brown, we are going to paint in the stripes of our Albertosaurus. And it's not really cute because it takes a while, and sometimes I would go back and forth with the references, because as much as possible I'd like to capture the essence of the Albertosaurus from the aisle. So I'm going to show this to you once I get substantial amount of stripes already. Well, I wouldn't call it substantial, but here is what I got so far in terms of the stripes on our on our Albertosaurus. You can see here that I'm drying one side and then I'm going to paint on the other side, so that when I touch this while I'm holding it, it won't smudge. So that is probably one technique that I could give you guys when you're painting your dinosaurs. Alright, so using a much darker color of brown here, we're putting in the details on our Albertosaurus, and as you can see here, I'm trying my best to be careful to really just focus on where these colors would be, because if I do mess it up, it's going to be really bad. So just take your time when you're doing certain details on the figure, because that is when you'll know that you really can't mess up. And yeah, it doesn't have to be really quick, and just take your time and enjoy painting your figure, because you've gone through all of that trouble sculpting and preparing this for painting. So just take your time and enjoy the process. And now we're just gonna go over the lighter stripes, darken some of it, like these. I wanted it to have varying colors, from darker stripe going towards a much lighter stripe until it becomes somehow similar to this one. And we're going to also do this on the same side here. So like for example here, I'm already starting on with the darker colors, but I'm softly transitioning it to a much softer tone of brown, but still a little bit darker than those that are here on the edges. I know it's quite tedious, and you must be thinking, Alan, you're crazy doing this, but these small details actually count when it comes to close photography. And how it is, I wanted everything to be as perfect as possible in terms of reference design and coloration on my newer costumes. And since this is a remake, I'm going the extra mile. Alright, so we're just going to do this for the rest of the our figure, and then we'll just continue on with some of the details until we finish the painting of our Albertosaurus. Okay, so all we need to do now is to add in the details, such as coloring the nails on our figure, like what I'm doing at the moment. We're also going to paint the claws on the arms, on the hands I mean, and then we're going to add in details of the eyes, and the speckling of white scales on the face. So we're also going to add that also on the figure. And I guess that's it for now for our tutorial video. I hope you enjoyed this and also learned something from this video as well. Probably you would like to create your own costumes, so you can actually do that and take reference on my pictures and also on my video. But don't forget to, of course, reference me or include me in the video as well if you would like that. Also, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and if you happen to get the time and share it with your friends, then that would really be a great help to the channel, as it actually helps the algorithm realize and make the make this video more I would say open to the public, and more people would see the video as well. So thank you again so much for watching. Also, please do not forget to support our other channels, Ibitoy Universe, The Adventures of Moira and Asher, and Tito Mike's Kitchen. Please watch their videos and support your channel by subscribing, guys. And as we always would say, let your inner dino brick roar! Thanks everyone, and bye!